For your information.
Of CertaPro Painters presents Montez at midday. How's everyone doing today? Hope everyone is doing well. Good folk, good people. If you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. Shout out to my softball teammate AB. Happy birthday to you, my man. And if you're celebrating an anniversary today, happy anniversary to you as well. Speaking of anniversaries, one of my favorite softball coaches, Coach Chuck. Happy anniversary to you and your lovely wife. Happy anniversary, my man. And if you're off today, don't forget to get that house cleaned up and finish that laundry and fold them clothes. You know, when we were little, we had chores and things of that nature. You know, you clean up your room. You got to do your part of responsibility as a child when you're coming up in this world that your parents give you or whoever raised you. And as you get older, the chores kind of change. And then when you get grown, the chores kind of change. And then when you become really grown and you're over 50 and you're single, you think back to doing them chores as a kid. I made a confession this morning to Justin. I'm tired of cooking. I'm tired of cleaning. I'm tired of doing the damn laundry. I'm tired. Look, universe. Hey, look, I don't want to be single no more. I apologize. I don't want to do this no more. To everybody out there, I got my own. I do my own thing. I pay my own bills. I don't want to do it anymore. Hey, this being grown and being responsible. Look here, all you young folks that you think you want this smoke, you people in relationships having the dumbest damn arguments. Settle down. You do not want to be out here. It is expensive to eat out food. Some of you are not that good enough of a cook for yourself. I'm telling you. I am tired. I don't do it no more. Every argument I lost in all 4 of my marriages, I regret them all. Look, you think cooking for one person, that is the craziest thing ever. To cook for one person, yourself. Oh my God. In the laundry, don't get me started on the laundry. We have dishes and silverware like serial killers in movies. The way we sleep, when we sleep, how we sleep, it's never ending. Good people. Well, hey, it's Monday. Another incredible, exciting weekend was had. Good folk, good people. I just wanted to get that off my chest right there. Some things we got to get off our chest. I told you, you need your group. You need your circle. You need your place to go let things off your chest that other people don't understand or will not get. And when you don't have time to explain everything to everybody, you got to get it off your chest. Had a lot of interesting things going on in the St. Louis, Belleville, Illinois area, 618 in the building. Oktoberfest. Oktoberfest. Looked like it was a good time. A little rain. Italian Fest in O'Fallon, Illinois. Little rain. The moon glow, the balloon glow, and the balloon race. Hey, looked like a lot of people went on some first dates. I like that. Or you getting out the doghouse. That's stuff you do when you're trying to get out the doghouse. You go to stuff like that. I miss being in the doghouse. Those are some fun times. What we're talking about, to the people that don't understand, when men fuck up in relationships, they got to sleep on the couch, the kids' room, or in the basement. That's called a doghouse. Would you rather have that, or they sleep naked with their back turned to you the whole night? Which one you want, the doghouse, or they sleep naked to you with their back toward you? Which one you want? It's crazy how you get older, how arguments and disagreements compared to when you were teenagers to now you're grown folks. It is funny how things come back on us. Lessons learned, lessons not learned. But it's still a lesson. It's funny how it all comes at different levels of the day, good folk, good people. We added a couple of sponsors to the show last week, folks. Yeah, buddy. We've been at it. We've been doing our part. Got Hidden Gym Bed and Breakfast in the Tower Grove area, 314-466-2522. Located at 3170 South Hampton. For you folks watching on the StreamYard, I am showing you the logos of the Z people, so you will get a Z chance to check out some of these establishments that have now joined the platform here at mycitymymusic.com. Dre Montez. By the way, if you have a show, you can always contact my man Justin here at the place at 3119 Hampton. You podcasters out there and future podcasters and entertainers, get yourself a show. Hidden Gym Bed and Breakfast. There's a QR code there for you. We're located at 3170 South Compton. 314-464-2522. Hidden Gym. And we've also added, we got you right there, Alpha Tech Electronics, located at 3850 Gravois, St. Louis premier vintage stereo repair shop. 314-645-5250. We will be there this Thursday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And the phrase that pays to get you 10% off and a free sticker, Vinyl Lifestyle. I repeat, Vinyl Lifestyle. Just say that when you stop in at Alpha Tech Electronics at 3850 Gravois, St. Louis premier vintage stereo repair shop. 314-645-5250. I will be there this Thursday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the ones and twos. When I was in radio, I should have went music when I was in radio, but I was just so much into the talking that. But if I would have been a DJ, I like to pretend I can do that and play instruments and can't do either one. Fact. The thing about Mondays I love is the work conversations. I miss that. I miss the meet and greet on Mondays to find out what everybody did over the weekend. How were the kids? Where did y'all go? Who you sleep with? Where'd you get drunk at? Did your team win? All those come into question on Mondays. What did your mama cook yesterday? Because everybody got a mama that cooks something on Sundays, don't they? The days of getting a plate, man, those are far and gone. When I was in my 20s to my 40s, I always got a phone call. You need a plate. I'm telling you, when you turn 50, there's another side of the world people don't tell you about. You got to wait till you get there to get it. I can't tell you if you're not there yet. But my people that are in the 50s, the nickel people, you know who you are. As we are prepared to turn the double nickel next month, 55. We Cadillacing it now, Joe. We Cadillacing it now. I did own one at one time. Proud on. Short dog. Powder blue. 92. That was my baby there. Oh. But the thing about Mondays at work, you get to converse with the people. Find out what's going on, what's going down. Not the work gossip, the in the world, and the people on the TV. We got to find out all about the people on the TV. And let me tell you, this does not go far. I lived in, to me, two small towns in my entire life that are not small towns anymore. That are not small towns anymore by any shake of the hand. But to me, my first time living there, they were small towns to me because I'm from a big city. The first town I lived in was Morrisville, North Carolina. Look here. It ain't little no more. We had a Walmart and a McDonald's and a black barbershop when I lived there back in the day. It is nowhere near that now. But we've all seen the movies when the sheriff, the mayor, the judge, two old men, and a barber are in a diner talking about life problems and discussions. At that table, they're satisfying life right there. But it only happens in small towns, using the back of a store or a diner. But they getting it in. Morrisville, North Carolina reminds me of that when I first lived there. And when I first lived in Belleville, Illinois, it felt like a small town. But it's not. It's a big town. Morrisville is a huge city now. But it reminds me of that anytime college football Saturday rolls around. I'm always thinking about the small town, what the discussion is, because they know more about the kids and the coach than anything, especially towns in states, that don't have a professional team. All they have is the high school team or the college team. That's it. That's it. Professional team is probably 6 hours away or further. So that's all they got. And the way they talk about those small towns in sports is enjoyable. If you've ever seen the ESPN show True South, they cover that a little bit. They cover it. They get out there and they cover it for real. I always think about the small town folk on Saturdays when it comes to college football. What is the verbiage after what we saw last weekend on Six Pack Saturday? Six Pack Saturday is our college football post-game show we do on Saturdays following the 6 games that we pick out that we're going to watch. And we have it sponsored by Iceberg Cooler Concepts. Go to icebergcoolerconcepts.com. It's our 6 Pack Saturday right there. We do it every Saturday, and you can check it out. We put it on Facebook as well as YouTube. And you can follow us on YouTube as well at Dre Montez. But on 6 Pack Saturday this past weekend, we had on the docket, okay, we had Syracuse at Clemson. Boy. Auburn at Oklahoma. Oh, I got something to tell you about that game. Michigan at Nebraska. Not as bad as you thought it would have been, huh? South Carolina at Mizzou. Florida at Miami. Sam Houston at Texas. Archibald Leroy Manning. Syracuse at Clemson. I wanted to watch that game for just one reason and one reason only. There's a 17-year-old kid. I cannot remember his name. He plays at Syracuse. He's a two-way player. He's getting a lot of comparisons to Travis Hunter. So I wanted to watch the game just because of that. I did not expect to find Clemson to get, as my friend Jay says it, monkey walk like that. Syracuse just went in there and just handled some things. They said Dabo has never been this way in 14 years. I guess we know where the real Death Valley is at right now, huh? Okay. Didn't turn out the way they planned. Syracuse put it on. Auburn at Oklahoma. Boomer. Sooner. Auburn was robbed. They was robbed. I may be legally blind, but I saw 2 turnovers that was taken away with plenty of evidence to state the opposite. That should have been a scoop and score, and that was a fumble. They took both of them away. Both of them are game changers for them Auburn Tigers. But my, oh my, did Oklahoma get lucky. They always say the refs can't see everything. That's why it's more than one. That's why you have cameras and technology. Why don't we want to utilize the things that make our job better? Why do we refuse to do that? If it can make the job better, okay, why not use it? Why not use it? I don't get that. I don't get that at all. Michigan at Nebraska. It was 30-27. The black shirts had a chance. Coaching is important. Paying attention in practice is important. Those things are missing. We're missing. Somebody's not paying attention. We work on things called what? A game plan. To get prepared for who? The opponent of the upcoming week. So coaches have put together film about your opponent, okay? And we're going to study that and come up with a game plan based on what we're expected to see. Isn't that how it's supposed to work? I don't think it's working that way. South Carolina at MIZ ZOU. Not bad at all, Mizzou. Not bad. I'm still not impressed. I need more. I need more. And we're going to tell you the college football rankings after this. I need more. Florida at Miami. We had negative yards on the first 3 offensive possessions, that being we, the Florida football Gators. What, I don't understand why would a college football team tank. What could be the advantage here? What is, help me, coach, understand what is going on at that school. Well, the players don't respect DJ Lagaway reportedly that he's getting favorable treatment in practice and on campus. Usually good-looking people, attractive people, well-endowed people, male and female, and good athletes get special privileges. It's been happening since the beginning of time. Since the beginning of time, it's been happening. What they call it, preferential treatment. It happens. Do you have a friend that's getting something that you don't get and you mad on the inside? How many of you have a friend that get her bills paid, doesn't have a job, no desire to have a job, doesn't have a car, gets picked up, dropped off anywhere she want to go, has the top fashion in America, is not afraid to tell anybody, I don't work? How many of you have a friend like that? Huh? Ring the bell. There are players like that too. There are athletes across the world like that. They don't get yelled at the same way. They don't get treated the same way. It just happens. If that is the issue at Florida, grow up. We have plenty of opportunities to win that game. Plenty of opportunities to win that game. See, the thing about me, when the game is over with, I just can't leave it at that. No. I'm going to watch it again. But this time, I look at the game from a different perspective. Who wasn't doing what? Who wasn't doing what is the question. We're talking right now. If you want to talk to me, call 515-599-1687, the Major League Jerky phone line. Get it off your chest. But good game, Miami. Florida, I expect better. This should have been our first loss. This should have been our first loss. If you would have told me 6 months ago, Dre Montez, Florida will have 3 losses before October. We're going to move on to the next game. Sam Houston at Texas. Archibald Leroy Manning. I know what you're saying. Dre, why did you want to watch that game? You knew Texas was going to beat the hell out of them. Point taken. But I also wanted to see the rebound. How was Archibald Leroy Manning going to perform? And he did the most unthinkable thing you could do and was not flagged. You talk about unsportsmanlike conduct. Got in a player's face after scoring a touchdown in front of the white cap. No flag. Anybody else? Flag. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Should have been the call. Should have been the call. So that right there was our 6-pack Saturday, brought to you by Iceberg Coolers Concepts. Check him out. Check him out. Check him out. Lots going on. Lots more to get into. Let me give you that college football top 10. Let me give it to you. Let me give it to you right now. I didn't do this. They did it. Top 10. The Ohio State, Miami, Penn State, LSU, UGA. If you're not from here, that's Georgia. Oregon. If you're not from here, that's Oregon. Oklahoma, Florida State, Texas A&M, and Texas. Honorable mention, Missouri is now 20th. Illinois is now 23rd after shitting the bed over the weekend. They shat the bed over the weekend. You know, if you're a college football fan and after the fact, you have Sunday to get over it. You have your NFL to cure your college football problems. And then Monday, you have to reflect on what your NFL team did. And if you have a dog, you got to walk your dog and get all your aggression out on that dog walk. That's your only time. It's your only time. But we have something here. In the Fantasy Football League, the Friendlies Fantasy Football League update, I am winning 91-66, but he has 3 players going tonight, including Lamar Jackson. I have won. All right. It's what I like to call Furniture Moving Time Monday. It's time to move some furniture because what happened yesterday in the NFL, I know somebody moved some furniture. And the streak is over with. I talked to my police officer buddy in the South City area, and we did have some domestic calls yesterday during the time of football games, but we made it to 2 weeks. Give yourselves a hand. Y'all try. Y'all try. Leroy washed the chicken with dish soap, and Sarah invited the wrong people over. Things happen. But it is Furniture Moving Time Monday. It's time to move some furniture. Yeah, buddy. It is definitely time to move some pieces of the puzzle. Now, yesterday I was invited to partake in watching football. Speaking of watching football, shout out to the counselor for coming over to watch the Mizzou game on Saturday. Don't forget to call the counselor for your criminal issues with the law. The Furniture Moving Mondays is brought to you by St. Louis Best Moving LLC, 314-669-5971. Whether it's residential or commercial, time to get your shit and go. Furniture Moving Time. I'm quite sure a lot of people that gambled yesterday, when you barely miss a parlay paying out over $30,000, you just sit there and you look at that parlay for a long time. And then you say things to yourself like, Vegas doesn't want me to win. I'm not gambling no damn more. Why does football hate me? You felt that way yesterday. You felt that way yesterday if you were watching the NFL. If you were out and about and you had to go out, Ted, you had to go out. There was nothing you could do about it. You had to do something with your wife yesterday. I understand people that are put in situations like that and maybe got a score update while they were out and couldn't believe what they were seeing. The Falcons at Carolina. So the Falcons, I'm telling you, ever since the 28-3, that team has been jinxed. That team is it's a, what do they call it? A split personality football team. They're a different team every week. So now Michael Penix Jr. can't QB. Now, so now y'all booing him. You don't want Kirk Cousins. What do y'all want? Didn't see Carolina playing like that. Didn't see it. Didn't see it at all. Green Bay and Cleveland. Green Bay, get in here. Get in here. Get in. Get in. Explain to me what happened the night before. Because that's the only reason y'all shat the bed like that. Y'all let that 40-year-old man beat y'all. You only scored 10 points against Cleveland. So many questions about that game. So many questions about the accusations, what's going on about the Cleveland Browns front office, coaching staff, and what's allegedly going on at practice. I'm not talking about Allen Iverson practice, NFL practice. What's going on? But Cleveland won the game. They beat Green Bay. Shout out to my homie D. That's her squad. Shout out to D. I tried to tell y'all last week about the Houston Texans. C.J. Stroud has been figured out. They've cracked the code on it. They cracked the case. That team was humiliated yesterday. It's like the 2002 Texans. Nobody can explain that team. Nobody can explain that team. Not one person. But that game was awful. Not saying the Jaguars are trash. Calm down. Calm down. But I think they've been figured out. Cincinnati and Minnesota. Woo! Mr. Browning, what did your wife wear to the game yesterday? What? That I have a fantasy player on Cincinnati. T. Higgins. 1 pass for 9 yards. How do we continue to let things like this happen? You did all that to secure the bag for these receivers. Don't throw the ball to them one time. Okay. I'm supposed to believe Minnesota defense that good. Okay. You tricked me. Good job, Purple People Eaters of America. Steelers and Patriots. That was a wild game. That game could have went either way. I told you how the Patriots defense is when it comes to certain quarterbacks. Still not impressed. Got work to do there. The Rams and Eagles. My buddy lost a parlay on that game. But I love seeing big people run. So good job, my man. I love seeing big people run. It should be illegal what the SEC is allowed to produce in football when it comes to offensive linemen and defensive linemen. I didn't say nothing about linebackers on the line that can run fast that are deemed as big men. You 365. You can hold up with Tyreek Hill type speed. Look here. That game had everything you can imagine going on. And if you haven't seen the video of the young lady that's viral right now of her at the game, you're going to feel like you're at the game with her, or you're going to want to go to a football game. I love people that go to the game and act right, don't get into fights with the same teammate. You root for the same team. Why y'all fighting? Fighting at an NFL event, urinating on themselves, and my all-time favorite, going to sleep. Now, mascara running, I love seeing that shit. Let it run. Cry. Shed those tears. Do it. I believe in you, Becky. We told you Todd was garbage, but you love him. You got to stay with it right there. But that was a good game. That was a damn good game. It really was. Eagles pulled that out. The Buccaneers and the Jets, the Jets, Jets. I think they're another team that's jinxed. I don't know what Joe Namath did. Fur coat, Susie Colbert Monday night, drunker than Peter Cotton. What he did after winning that Super Bowl. They don't have a bad team. Just New York Jet football things happen to them while playing football. Baker I.M. Mayfield. I told y'all last week in the classroom, the young man has growed it up. He done growed it up, y'all. He growed it up. The Colts in the Houston Texans. We called the Colts already last week. This year's Minnesota Vikings. Jonathan Taylor has lost weight and looking healthy and elusive the way he's running the ball and just evading tackles left and right. I don't know who this team is. Would they still be playing the same way with Anthony Richardson at the helm? I don't know. It's like everybody on the Colts is playing football as a team for the first time. I can't figure out the Titans and Cam Ward. Why don't you give him a package, offensive play package, that's doable? Why don't we start there? Let's simplify this thing. Let's break it down to its purest point right there. Let's work our way up. It's like you guys you're doing the wrong thing with a guy that has great football IQ. You're not doing it any justice. I need the coaches of the Tennessee Titans to watch film together without the players. Let's try that. The Commanders and Raiders. I was called out from the compound to come and join my friend Charlie to come watch Raiders with him. So I left the compound and I went and enjoyed football at my neighborhood bar, Friendly's, located at 3503 Roger Place. And I had to watch whatever that was that the Raiders tried to convince us was a football team they put out there. See, everybody's worried about what Tom Brady is talking about and who he's talking to and what he knows and what he doesn't know. How about you concentrate what's going on that football team? Execute a play. Run a defense. Calm down on the penalties. Other than that, we're talking about terrific Tom. He doesn't matter right now. What's on the field needs to matter, Raiders. Wake it on up. Wake it on up for sure. As we all know, I've been a Bronco fan since 1982. I don't know what is going on with Sean Payton in 4th and 2 and 4th and 3. I don't know why he doesn't want to go for it. I didn't understand the plays in the second half. We had that game. We should have won that game. We should have won that game yesterday. I don't know what's going on with that secondary. All this talk about Denver's defense, they got the right pieces right now. They seem like the puzzle is complete on the defense. Now it's up to Bo Nix and that offense to get going because the defense has it all. How? Where? When? Show me what they've done this year. Show me what we've done. Show me. This is hard. Fathers with daughters going into high school, that's hard. Dealing with your team's bullshit on Mondays, that's hard. It is. I'm tired of the excuses. I'm tired of them. I can't make any more. I can't make any more excuses for them at all. The Saints and the Seahawks. What happened to the Saints? What did y'all do in the offseason? What did y'all do at camp, mini camp, training camp? What y'all do in practice? I don't think y'all working on the game. I really don't. The Cowboys and the Bears. The Bears did that to y'all. The Bears with Caleb Williams. He did that to y'all. Caleb Williams. How? I got to watch that game again. I have to watch that game one more time. There's no way. There's no way possible that the way Dallas played yesterday, the way that defense looked yesterday, the inability to have a pass rusher. I think Caleb Williams still in the pocket right now with enough time. That flea flicker they ran, he could have ran the length of the field and back, Caleb Williams. When it got a hot dog, used the bathroom, and came back, and Dallas still wouldn't have sacked him. Bears fans don't believe they won. I was watching, there were some Bear fans there. They were in disbelief. So, that's crazy. They were in disbelief. The Giants and the Chiefs. Look here. I can't even bid it up here. I can't even explain that game to you. The Giants had the ball. First and goal. On the 4-yard line. 4 down territory. First play a run. First play is a run. Second play, Russ throws out of bounds. Third play, Russ throws it out of bounds. Fourth play, Russ throws it out of bounds. How? When they play like that, we have to bring up the money. We have to bring up their age. We have to question the competency of the coach. What the player going through. We think of all of that as fans because there's no way a veteran quarterback is Russ still cooking. Can Russ cook? Leave him alone. Sierra him, all this. What that got to do with the fact that the man who's won a Super Bowl can read a defense did that? I'd have pulled him right there. The way Arizona and 49ers. I don't even want to talk about that game. That's a waste of my time. Waste of my time. But what I do want to realize and talk about from Saturday into last night's game, here's what I noticed in college football as well as the NFL. Everybody understands the phrase furniture moving time. But what I discovered between Saturday and Sunday's football, offensive line and special teams showed up in a bad way this weekend. Special teams showed ass in college football and the NFL. Special teams showed up. Offensive line. Just pick any game you want to look at and just look at the offensive line on who's not doing anything, not blocking anybody, just there wasting space. I can put another 360-pounder right there, other than you, Hakeem, Wesley, Charles, Mike, Todd's brother. They just out here just doing this. Not touching nobody, not shifting, not rotating. I saw people just, but there's nobody in front of them. I saw 2 players get ejected by their own coaches this weekend and possibly kicked off the team. Get a kid at Syracuse do a dirty play. Hit a guy while he was down. Quarterback. Got to go. Dabo Swinney had a mouthy play on the sideline. Get him out of here now. They talk about integrity and a brotherhood and sportsmanship. Where did it go? It's gone. Yeah, the kid at University of Alabama, Birmingham, stepped on the kicker's ankle on purpose. What are we doing here, people? What are we doing? If y'all don't talk to y'all kids, can the coaches? You don't want the fans, the internet, the media to do it. Can you talk to your child, please? What is? You say you want to play football. You say you want to go pro. That's not what they do. You got to control that anger. Now, I know the examples that we're getting on Sundays is not the best examples of being grown, playing a grown man's sport. You know, we get all that. We get all of that. But at the same time, in notion, mistakes are a part of life. Mistakes are a part of life. But coaches tell you before the game. You know about the hostile environment. You know about all that. You know the chirping. You know the noise. You know what the fans are going to say. You know what the opposition is going to say. You know this. And you still let it trigger you. I have found a new sensation of a television show series on HBO Max. We talked about The Pit last week. There's another show they have out. And I found myself liking this type of a genre of a story, the way they're telling it. And it's on HBO Max. It's called Task. Look here. Look here. Every drug movie, every bad, dirty cop movie, all those movies have one thing in common. They always tell you to be careful who you speak around and to. They always tell, every drug movie tells you that. Every dirty cop movie tells you that. Be careful who you speak in front of and who you speak to. And see where you at when you talk. The most ones that people really dig and get a kick out of, their fan favorites, whatever, they always talking way out somewhere where no one is around. But then they get careless. And what they do, fellas, they get involved with what? A woman. Anytime a character says, my wife isn't going to say a damn word. Uh-oh. And they been beefing. And you done put them hands on her. She about to tell it all, player. She about to tell it. Your ass going to jail. You got grown men having a conversation. And she just easing her ear so she can ear hustle. She hears the most intriguing part. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay. Here we go. Now she done told the business. And there's always one cop that pays attention to something that nobody else does. And you. You're the only two on the same page. You're a bystander at home watching it, and he's a character in the show. But you both pick up on something. Aha! I picked it up. I picked it up immediately. I'm like, oh boy. I can feel it. I feel it. I think it's about to go down. And it did. It did. That's a good show. Check it on out. I haven't spoiled anything for you at all. But this is like my I watch Dope Sick, and that's kind of like the same premise what they were doing in that movie. It is pretty interesting. It is. Well, I tell you what we got coming up this week. As I said, Thursday we will be at Alpha Techniques from 2 to 4 p.m. We'll be there, get down with the people, other people, for the people, by the people. Stop on by, say hello. And the phrase that gets you a free sticker and 10% off. Vinyl Lifestyle. And they're located at 3850 Gravois. Or give them a call at 314-645-5250. St. Louis Premier Vintage Stereo Repair Shop. Your boy will be there this Thursday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And it's a few months away, but when they finish, when they finish the upstairs at Friendly's, 3503 Roger Place, I'm gonna do a show. I'm gonna do a show for the finished product already. Yeah. Put that out there with the people. And we also have a special podcast episode coming up this Wednesday. We'll be talking about is this the you saw? Where you at right now in life? Right now, where you at right now in life? Not talking about in your car, in your house, about the person that you are right now. Is this what you saw when you were a child? We're going to talk about that on Wednesday's podcast episode of Who's to Blame podcast. So that's going to be a deep one. That's going to be a deep one. And I find myself meeting people, strangers, that pretty much open up because they don't have anyone to do what? Get things off their chest with. We told you that. We got to get things off our chest, especially as men folk. Women got everybody. Women got everybody. They got a plethora of people. But us folk, men folk, we don't. Because what? We don't trust people. We're afraid they're going to bring that shit back on us. I told you that in confidence, dog. Damn, why you telling everybody my business? We got to worry about that. But to strictly just get it off. And it's not always something bad. You ever have something good happen to you, you can't tell nobody? Oh, you just boasting. You just bragging. No. I had a good day at work. I want to tell you what happened. Not bragging. You asked how my day was. This is what happened during my day. But is this the you saw? That's what we're going to discuss on Wednesday's podcast episode of Who's to Blame. We're getting close to episode 600. I don't know what we're going to do. We're getting close to 55. I don't know what to do for a 55th birthday party. I'm trying to think, have I ever been to a 55th birthday party? Do I have friends over 50 that still have parties? That was a 60th I went to. That was a 70th. That was a 75th. I went to a 69 party. I better. But I don't know what to do. I went to Vegas for the 50th. I went to a sports bar that I found just from the internet for my 53rd. I didn't do anything special last year. I went out to eat, but no party, nothing like that. But turning 5'5", I'm trying. There's no place I want to go though, man. I've been to Vegas already. I used to live in Hawaii. I've been to Miami at the peak of Dratum, at the peak. Where? If I stay here, where do we go? What do we do? I don't know what to do for my 55th. If you got some suggestions, please let a brother know. Dre, you should do this for your 55th birthday. Because I believe Libra season starts tomorrow. Let the hunting begin. Libra season starts tomorrow. But I'm starting to meet more and more people, especially strangers, who really tell you how they feel about things. You know, people always speak in quotes. You know, I'm seeing the change I need and things of that. I mean, what made you change? The kid, the law, a woman, life. What made you change into the person you are? But when we were kids, what did you foresee in the future about you? What did you perceive? I mean, I always knew a form of talking and communication was going to be that. I knew that part. But far as I'm pretty happy with it. I'm pretty damn, like in JoJo Dancer, Your Life is Calling. Right before the situation, he see himself as a kid. He's going to be in a lot of trouble when I get grown out. Kid, you have no idea. That type of thing. Now, if you've been to prison and learned your lessons, that's a whole different bottle of wax right there. Nobody can foresee that at 5 or 8 years old. Well, I'm going to be in prison when I get older. No. The you are now, is that what you saw when you was a kid? You cool with this version of you, this vision of you, this perception of you. Now, the overall you, we all changing every day. We have to. Life forces us to. The decisions we make every day force us to change. Sometimes the outcome is a better version than the day before. Some days you left with thought and optimism more than before than you went in there. That's the triggering thing. Like I started the show about relationships when we're younger, and the things we say in a relationship, the things we say when we know the relationship is not going in our favor or it doesn't feel right, those things that we say. But then when you're actually out here single in this wizard, you get to thinking back all that dumb shit you said. I could do bad by myself. No, you can't. No. It's not fun going through bad all by yourself. No, bring some people with you. Come on down. Oh my God. The way I crack myself up just over daily life. I mean, have you ever just walked in your crib and you just say, I'm not doing nothing today. I'm not cleaning, cooking, turning nothing on, off. I'm just going to sit here. I'm just going to sit right here. Nobody's going to come in and say, what you sitting down for? What's wrong with you? Why are you looking like that? You hungry? You want to go get something to eat? You don't get no You find yourself talking to Chat GPT and Alexa and Siri. I mean, you just find yourself in a weird situation at times throughout the day that nobody can understand or explain but the people that do it. And people that live alone do weird things. But it's entertaining. You're not hurting anybody. You just do weird things. And then when you see somebody doing your weird in a movie or a TV show, you're like, I'm not the only one. You feel better, don't you? But at that exact same time, you find yourself at the Aldi or the Snooks or your local bar, and you see a couple arguing out loud, saying things you've heard before, things you said before. At that moment, something goes off in your brain, and you say to yourself, "Glad ain't that shit no more." That's the only time I think people that live alone have a winning moment when they see a couple arguing in public out loud. We all say the same thing. Glad I ain't in that shit no more. Talk to me. Talk to me. That's the only time I can feel a pat on the back or raise the roof. We bringing raise the roof back, by the way. Bringing it back. And the high five. I'm bringing back the high five and the raise the roof. We need a return on those. We raise the roof. There you go. The way we celebrate when we're winning is it's crazy the way we celebrate. When the play goes our way and the outcome is our way, the celebration, the celebratory moment is something different. It is the cuss words we say, the combination of cuss words we put out there. Whether we run, we high five our fictitious friend in there with us, or we self five. I mean, you got to do it. Chest bump the wall. If you haven't chest bumped your wall before, I don't know what you're doing. How about that Saturday morning college football pep talk you got to give yourself as you get ready to watch the game? We know we got to do today. Yes, sir. We got to be disciplined out there on that field. Yes, sir. We know what we are here for. That's to do work. Yes, sir. And get a win. Are you with me, guys? Yes, sir. You got to give yourself that type of talk while you're putting your college jersey on, putting your eye black on, turning your hat around backwards, getting your beard posted up, getting your second beard posted up, post your shot right there, roll your something up, hug in. And then when they say kickoff, you just sit there from 11 o'clock in the morning until 12:47 in the morning. Felt like you had something to do with every game that you watched. It is the most comfortable, uncontrollable thing all men go through when they're watching college football. From the kickoff to college football scoreboard. And yes, I watched the show. We'll watch college football all day. You'll watch Sports Center, and then you'll watch college football scoreboard. Because you got to see who got stickers, who got a helmet on their sticker. You got to watch that. The things that we watch and how we watch it is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So again, Thursday, we will be at Alpha Tech Electronics at 3850 Gravois from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Come on out. I'm going to bring my friends from Facebook, my friends from YouTube, my friends from TikTok, my friends from IG, and my friends from YouTube. In my city, my music. We're all going to come over. We're going to have a good time. I'm going to show you this magnificent place, especially if you're in the music world, of entertaining folks, and audio-visual world. I mean, it's something there. And there's a bar in there. That means we get to have a cocktail or two. We get to have a cocktail or two, listen to some vinyl, and talk to the people. I'm all with it right there. We're definitely going to have some things to talk about. Again, this Wednesday's podcast will be about, is this the you saw when you were a child? Is this the you saw? Did you know you're going to have ass like that girl at the age you are? Oh, it happened again, by the way. It happened again. We had another sundress sighting this past Saturday and Sunday. Okay, ladies, what are y'all trying to do there? You had the whole summer to put on a sundress. Now y'all want to wear sundresses. I don't know what to do. I don't understand it. I don't think y'all got the memo. So we have to do a better job, us as men, of getting the message out there next year for sundress season. Because it was an epic fail here in the St. Louis area. And I did have a couple of people tell me this yesterday that these were women that told me this, were women that they are doing the best they can to bring back one night stands. So that goes to show you they listen to the show. They listen to the show. To say that to me, that means you heard one of my episodes, because I only say that on there. Every Friday I mention it about cock blockers and people that want to bring back the one night stand. You must leave here before my child gets dropped off, because his daddy is not right in the head. Hey, my baby mama tripping. I'm gonna need you to go out the back door. I haven't seen a pregnant person in a long time. Nobody going out the back window. I haven't seen that in a long time. The way people used to evade the person's partner coming home back in the day. The 90s was, you kids have no idea what it was like back in the 90s. It was like, it was wild. It was wild. What we went through to get the cookie, the things we said, the obstacles we had to go through, the lies you had to create. A best friend's bond was different. You could use that lie at any time. Those days, those days are gone. Those days are no longer with us at all, as the people see fit. But those were the good old days for sure, good people. They got that phone doing it again. Want to ask me crazy questions in the middle of the show. Oh my goodness. Gosh dang it. Goodness. I don't like that it does that quiz in the middle of a live feed. Who does that? It's like giving a test on a Thursday. Miss Johnson, you said we're going to test in this week. Thursday is still part of the week. It's still part of the week. I don't get that at all. So we got lots to do, lots of things to think about. Lock it up. Looking forward to doing this show Thursday, as well as to Wendy's podcast episode as well. But we still got to finish Monday. We have Monday Night Football. We have the Ravens and the Detroit Lions. Will Detroit put up 5-2 on this team? That's my youngest son, Tim. That's his team, Detroit Lions. Good luck to my son's team tonight. Good luck. Go get him, son. And don't forget, we got to go hard in the paint until Turkey Day. There's no days off, folks. No days off. None. We working through Columbus Day. We working through it. We're gonna work through it. We got to keep going. No days off until Turkey Day. We're gonna push right on through it. Cause we're gonna do Skanksgiving Eve real this year. We're gonna bring back Skanksgiving. Y'all done went away from that too. We're gonna bring that back as well. Y'all took that, y'all cancel culture that one. We got to bring it back. This is one of the biggest party nights of the year back in the 90s, man. What, you kidding me? People became famous on that weekend. Thanksgiving weekend, you became legendary. That right there is where you make your market right there to close out the year. That Thanksgiving week. Woo! Part in the military is what? It should be illegal. The way we were treated and the things that we did when I was in the military, the fun, the people, the stories, the parties, the women. The women. Everybody was having a good time back in the day. Wasn't nobody jealous of each other. Everybody was just kicking it back in the day. Just kicking it. Civilians and military people were getting along. It's a beautiful time. It's a beautiful time. I tell you what's been beautiful. This time today, I'd like to thank you to the good folks in Oklahoma City. Shout out to my peoples, to the crew, to my peoples, and our title sponsor, CertaPro Painters in Oklahoma City. Let the professionals do the work, whether residential or commercial. They got you covered for sure. To the people listening and watching on StreamYard, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate the likes, the shares, the comments, the complaints, your composure, your bravado, and your right finger. I appreciate you. And to the rest of you folks, thank you. Gonna get some music going here and get on up out of here. And we'll see you later, StreamYard. Until next time, thank you for tuning in. The CertaPro Painters presents Montez at midday, and we'll be talking to you later, StreamYard. Peace out, and we is out. Peace.